Hey everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be trying to beat Star Wars Battlefront 2015, a survival mission without using a blaster. Now, a couple of things before I start to explain the rules. First of all, this video was inspired by Frankie Doodle's video, How to Beat Star Wars Battlefront 2 Campaign Without Using a Blaster. So if you haven't seen that video yet, then you can click the link in the description or click the card in the top right corner that I'm probably definitely going to forget. So Masrio, please remind me in the comments below. And now, as you see, it's already started, but I'm going to explain the rules right now. So clearly, here's the rules. No using a blaster. That's the first rule. But second rule is you're allowed to use melee. So when you do a melee, sometimes you punch them with your blaster. So you're allowed to use your blaster as like a punching bag to do melees, but you are not allowed to shoot it. You are allowed to use star cards, like the grenade one, because in this one, there are two star card hands you can choose. The Grenadier or the other one, which I do not know what it's called. The Grenadier is the one I recommend because it has two grenades, and the other one has I think it's one scout gun, so you can't already use that one. So this one I think has the best one. It's got two grenades, a shield, while the other one has a gun, which we can't use, and I think one grenade, and then I don't even know what the last thing was. So I would definitely suggest using the Grenadier. Now, first of all, as you see, I've already done the first round. So if you were looking, I killed the probe droid. Well, I'm playing with my sister. My sister killed the probe droid, and we just blew up all the troopers with the grenade. So as you see right here, we do the same thing. We throw a grenade and we blow up all the troopers. And then just right at the end here, we just have to, well, my sister jumps down, I blow up one, and then my sister uses a melee to kill the other. Now, I'm right here, I just want to say is that I'm on the easiest difficulty, which is called normal difficulty. There's also hard and master. I definitely suggest doing this on normal difficulty, because I was just playing Battlefront not too long ago, and I beat this level for the first time on hard difficulty while using a blaster. So as you can see, if I just beat this level on hard difficulty while using a blaster, then as you can tell, this would be really hard if you did it on hard difficulty without a blaster. So if you are really good at this game, then I guess go do it on hard difficulty, but just telling you that it's pretty simple to do it on normal, and if you're not very good at this game, then I think that would be good difficulty to start with. So as you see right here, I just throw a bunch of grenades at the shadow troopers, which are the ones that you see they're dressed in black, and they can actually turn themselves invisible. See, so right there, right in front of my screen, which I'm on the top and my sister's on the bottom, you can see that there is a shadow trooper. So please, if you're doing this, then be wary of the shadow troopers. So you're just gonna want to throw a bunch of grenades. So in this thing, like I said, you have an impact grenade and you have a normal grenade. Now, for some reason, I feel like the normal grenade just does more damage. I don't know. I feel like it kind of has a bigger range and it does more damage, but that's just me. But the impact grenade is also useful if you have an enemy that's moving very fast and you just want to shoot and you just want to throw it at it, because then it'll impact as soon as it lands on the ground. Well, the grenade, obviously like a normal grenade, you throw it, it's going to bounce, then it's going to wait a couple seconds, then it will explode. So as you see right here, I've gone to the Millennium Falcon in this level because this is the Rebel Depot level. So this is the survival at the Rebel Depot level, which is the one I suggest you doing, because all the other ones, they either have TIE fighters or ATSTs, which are really hard to take out. So I definitely suggest using this one because this one would be easier than the others. And I've gone on the Millennium Falcon because, come on, we already learned from Obi-Wan that it's better to have the high ground. So as you see right here, there's just a couple stormtroopers coming from the front near the mandibles of the Falcon. And right here, yeah, I just threw a grenade. So as you see, there's not really much to comment on right here. You just have to kind of throw grenades, blow them up, throw a grenade, blow it up, throw grenades. Pretty simple. So as you see right here, I threw a grenade to my right. And if you're looking to my sister's screen, she's also, you just want to kind of circle the Falcon and take out. Now these first two waves, I believe we're on wave 4, are pretty simple to take out. So as you see, we have 2 more troopers left. So my sister just jumps down as usual to go do a melee, which is a bit risky, so I suggest staying on the Falcon. It's kind of easier to take everybody out if you stay on the Falcon, but if you have like only 2 more enemies left, then be worried, but you can do a melee. So as you see right there, my sister just jumped down, and she did a melee right as the stormtrooper was shooting her, so that's a bit of a problem right there because she shot right as they were doing a melee, so she went down to 50% health. So as you see, it really doesn't matter what gun you take because we're not using a gun, but I was just kind of playing with the cooling flush thing that you can do to the guns, which will stop your gun from overheating. So I was just playing around with that. So now we have 5 enemies left in wave 5, I believe. This is I edited out all the waiting screens because if you were playing this live, like this took me around 25 minutes to do the entire fight in real time. But I edited out all the boring parts in the middle where it just loads the new enemies into the map, because this works in a wave system where you defeat wave 1. And then a second wave comes in, and then you can find collectibles throughout the map, which are kind of like extra hearts and extra shields, which if you run out of your shields, because as you see right above the shield thing, I have 6 shields right now. Or is that 5? Sorry, 5. And if I run out of shields, if you wanted, you can go around the map to find them. Now, as you see, a stormtrooper just threw a grenade right at my sister. It seems that they're starting to learn my trick, which is shooting them with grenades. So that's a bit of a, they do shoot grenades every once in a while, so you're going to want to be a bit careful. So then my sister jumps down to go do a melee there, and I throw a grenade at the same time. Now, I'm pretty sure that if you shoot a grenade at your partner, it will not harm them. I think it might, but I don't know. I know if you shoot a grenade and it bounces off a wall and comes back towards you, you will get harmed if you're in its range. But I don't know if you shoot a grenade at your partner. So as you see, I was lucky enough to be able to play with my sister. So if you have a spare friend or something, that's definitely better than playing with yourself, because it's way easier when you have a partner. Like, I don't even think I would be able to beat this level on my own. Or maybe I would. I don't know. I'm pretty bad at Battlefront. I really just do these games for fun. I'm not, like, big into, like, speed runs and stuff like that. But I do try to, I mean, but my fastest record for this level is, I think, like 25 minutes, so, yep. So I just threw a grenade right there, and as you see, it hit the railing, so you're going to want to be careful so that it doesn't hit the railing, because then it's just going to explode for no reason, especially if you have the impact grenade. So as you see, we are on wave 6 right now, and you're just going to want to, like I said, scatter around the Falcon and drop grenades. It's really not that much commentary needed, but I decided to put commentary anyways because I think it's better with the commentary. So as you see, there's a Shadow Trooper if you look to my screen, and those are more complicated to take out because they have like armor and they can turn invisible. It's not that hard to see them when they are invisible, but it is still a bit annoying when you can't see them. So my sister just jumped down to do another melee against those troopers, and now she's down to 50% health, which is probably not the greatest, but there's just one more probe droid that she has to take out. So you could either take the probe droid out by launching a grenade, or what we did, which was using a melee. So if you were, I'm just going to tell you what I would suggest for gun-wise. So if you're going to attempt this challenge on your own, you can attempt it for Battlefront 2015 or Battlefront 2 2017. But if you were to attempt it, the gun that I took, which doesn't really matter, but it kind of does matter, because if you were listening earlier when I said that that when you do melees, you do a melee with the gun. Well, some guns, there's one gun that has an electrocuting thing at the end. So when you do a melee, it'll turn on your little electric thing at the end of the gun. So then you basically kind of stab them with like a mini electro staff on the tip of your gun. So if you were to do this, on second thought, I probably should have taken that gun, because that's more powerful with, like I said, melees. You just electrocute the enemy when you do a melee against them, but I didn't. So right here, now we have, it's been 10 minutes, well, in real time that I've been playing, but right here I think it's been like 8 minutes. So I just got a heart that's on the top of the Falcon. So as you can see, the hearts also rejuvenate your lives at the top. We didn't really need to collect them, but it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. That kind of sounds like a Yoda quote, but it is better to have and not need. So as you see right there, you're going to see an enemy that's going to jump up, and that's called a jump trooper. Now those are very annoying because since we're not using guns, you can only take them out when they're on the ground. So you're just going to want to wait till they go on the ground, then launch a grenade or something, and there, it just blows it up. That's the only problem, is that since we're not using guns, the only way to take them out is to wait till they're on the ground, then you launch a grenade. But if we were actually using guns, then you would just be able to shoot them in the air. So as you see right there, that jump trooper just jumped up and was looking the wrong way. So that's a good thing that it was looking the wrong way, because then that would have been in a bit of trouble. As you see, it's really not that hard to actually do this challenge. It's not really such a huge challenge. It's not the greatest idea that I decided to choose, but I said, oh, why not? This looks like a pretty cool challenge that I would try, and I decided, why not just post on my YouTube channel. It's probably not, this video is probably not even going to get a lot of views, but who cares? This was a fun challenge anyways. So now we're on to the next wave, and I believe this wave has the, does it have the homing missiles? Because I know one of these waves soon, they have stormtroopers with homing missile rockets. So then they can basically missile you, which is a bit, those are one of the most annoying ones. So now we have another jump trooper here, which they're very annoying also. And yeah, so you have to wait till they're on the ground. So as you see right here, normally if you were using a gun, you would be able to shoot them, and then their jetpack would kind of go like haywire and then crash them into a wall. But since we are not using guns, then you have to wait till they're on the ground. So I'm at 38% health, which is a bit low, especially since we have a shock trooper down there. And the shock troopers, they have more health than normal troopers. So my sister just went down there and meleeed the shock trooper. And as you see, even if you melee them a couple times, they're still pretty tough to melee because they have the strong armor and whatnot. And they have that super crazy gun. So those are probably one of the most annoying troopers besides the jump troopers, which personally I think they're the most annoying ones. And the homing rocket troopers, which are also very annoying. You're going to see in a couple in a couple of rounds, you're going to see that the homing rocket troopers will start to come in. So then there's another jump trooper over here, which as soon as it jumps on the ground, hopefully past Star Wars Now, will blow it up. So as you see right there, I launched the grenade, but it missed. So now I have to wait till next time it gets up. Or right there, see, look, I just blew it up right there. So that's what I did. And now there's one sniper trooper. As you see, they're scout troopers, but their gun, it's very, if you get shot by it once, you're going to be like in the red zone. And the red zone is basically if you're lower than 40% health, you'll be in the red zone. And in the red zone, if you get shot a couple more times, you're basically dead. So one shot of their gun and you're basically nearly dead. So if you get shot 2 times by a scout trooper, then you're basically dead. They're not that harmful on normal mode, but if you were playing on hard mode, they would be way more deadly than they are right here. So there's another one over there and a couple stormtroopers down there. And they also have smoke grenades that they shoot, so it's hard to figure out where they are. So if you're facing off one of those, be careful because they do stand a couple shots. Like, they're not a one-hit kill. So they do stand a couple shots, and they have that annoying smoke grenade that they can shoot. So right here, to my right, we are on wave 10, which we are approaching the end, and there's another shadow trooper, which are very annoying. Especially if you're on hard mode, you want to be very careful from the shadow troopers, because one shot from their gun, and you'll basically be dead. Like my sister right there, she's on the ground right now, and now she's just meleeing them. And now there's only one more enemy left, which is that shadow trooper that I was unable to kill. And now she's back at 100 health, so now I just have to find the shadow trooper and take it out. So this is not as entertaining as the video that I saw that was on Star Wars Battlefront 2. So like I said, if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check that one out. And if you haven't seen my other videos on trying to beat LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens without touching any studs, also go check those out. Because those were pretty fun to do, the challenge with trying not to touch studs in LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. Like my Chapter 4 video is probably going to be coming out tomorrow or something. So right here we were on wave 11. So in wave 11 now, there's another jump trooper right there. And the only problem with the jump troopers is that if you're using guns, which obviously this is a different challenge, but if you're playing this level normally and you are using guns, then they will have shields, which that's the bit of annoying part for these. They have jetpacks and they have shields, so that's like the ultimate weapon for the Empire, more powerful than the Death Star. So then there's just a couple stormtroopers that I got to take out, and then we'll get on to wave 12, which is approaching the end. Just as a side note, there are 15 waves if you see in the top right corner. So we are pretty close to getting to the end. So there's another jump trooper over there, which is, the jump troopers are very annoying, like I said earlier. So just blow them up, and now we should be 2 more enemies left, and then we are on wave 12, which is approaching wave 15. So not really much to comment about here, except for you just have to bomb the things. It's mostly just the same thing throughout this entire mission right here. You just have to grenade them, and then you also have to get hearts and some collectibles around. You can also get, sometimes scattered around, there are these things called drop pods. And if you interact with the drop pod, you have to wait there for a little bit, and then they will kind of shoot out a bunch of collectibles that you can get, which are basically kind of like rocket launchers are in there. You can sometimes get like a grenade. So I personally do not like to take them, but if you do like to take those stuff, then there are a lot of cool collectibles in there that could help you if you need it. So then right over here, we are on to the next wave, which we have not seen the homing rockets yet for some reason. But soon there will be the stormtroopers with the homing rockets, which are probably one of the most annoying troopers, almost as annoying as the jump troopers. So right here, we're just going to continue taking them out until we get onto wave 13, which is pretty close to wave 15. So we're going to be done this soon. So right here, we are 14 minutes in. Well, at least to this video, but in real life, I think I'm 18 minutes in. Yeah, it says on the top right corner, I was 18 minutes in right here. So as you see right here, both me and my sister are in red. So that means that you basically have like a couple shots and then you're dead. And then I turned on a shield, and that's basically going to protect me for a certain amount of time until it wears off. So then right here, just got 5 plus more enemies. So this was one of the harder waves. See, as you get to the end, it starts off easy with just a bunch of normal stormtroopers, but as you go, it gets even harder and harder until you get like all sorts of stormtroopers, like the shock troopers that are right there on my screen. There's a shock trooper, so once you get farther and farther, it gets harder and harder. So right here we have 4 more enemies, and as you see, I'm crouching behind the satellite dish, which is another strategy that you could try to succeed in this level. It's not the hardest challenge. I want to say, like, even my stud challenge is harder than this, and that's a pretty easy challenge. You're just trying to avoid studs, but at least that's kind of entertaining. Like this is really not that entertaining now that I think about it, but I still, like I said, decided to do the challenge for fun anyways. So right here just blew up, and now we are done wave 12, moving on to wave 13. So right here now, I believe the homing missile troopers are coming now. I don't know, or maybe it's the next wave. I really don't know. Yep, it's this wave. Now we have homing missile troopers, and they're very annoying because if they lock onto you, they'll launch a missile to you, and then you're basically dead. So normally if you were playing with guns, then you would just be able to shoot them, but right here now you have to launch a missile, which is very annoying. So there's one all the way in the corner, as you can see on my screen. If you can see, the writing's a little bit blurry, but it says missile locking. If it was not blurry, it would say missile locking or enemy locking. So right there, my sister launched a grenade, and now she just to aim, and then yeah, boom, there we go. Trooper taken care of. So now we have like 5 plus more enemies. So there's a sniper right in the corner over there, which is a bit of a formidable enemy if you are not using guns, which we are right here. So that's a bit of a challenge. So right here, just launched it, and then it just blew that stormtrooper up. So it's the grenades make it really easy, especially if we were just using melees. This challenge will be way harder. So that's why they kind of make this challenge, it's kind of like it's made for this level, because they give you the Grenadier star card hand. So it's easier with the Grenadier one than the other one, which would make this way harder. So definitely if you are attempting this challenge with Battlefront 2015 or even the 2017 one, then definitely use one of the star cards with grenades, so it makes it way easier. So right here, my sister on the bottom went to go get a heart, which will, if you die, you use a heart, and then if you lose all your hearts, then you're basically dead. Basically kind of like a normal game, but yeah, you can replenish your hearts, which is very useful. It's not like a Super Mario Bros. Where you have to find like 1-ups around the arena. So right here, you just have to take out, yep, there's 2 jump troopers, so if I can get a grenade right next to one, then that would be able to take it out. You could also, you know what you can also do? You can also throw a grenade, and then I think if you get the jump trooper right over the grenade, if the grenade blows up, it'll kind of kill the jump trooper, but I don't know. You have to get it right under the jump trooper, and then maybe it'll work, but I don't know for sure, so sorry if it doesn't work. I know many people don't play Battlefront 2015, but still, I think it's a really good game, even if you don't play online. Like, I play offline right here because the Xbox Live Gold Pass. Like, seriously, Xbox Live Gold, why is it like $50 a year? So apparently it's supposed to be free now, but I don't know about that. So apparently the Xbox Live Gold is free. So if any of you know if the Xbox Live Gold is free now, or if you still have to pay for it to play online, then tell me in the comments below, please. So right here, you just launched a grenade. Now my sister's down there to go use a melee against the shadow trooper, and then the shadow trooper, as you see how the screen just got like very bright. Well, that is a flash grenade that the troopers use to blind you. So right here we're on wave 15 out of 15. So this is the last wave, and then we should win. I'm 19 minutes into this video, so as you see, I edited a lot off because in real time, it took me 25 minutes to complete this entire thing. So at the top right corner, it says 5+ enemies, so that means there's only 5 enemies. So this is, I wouldn't consider this the hardest wave, but they try to make it a pretty challenging wave for like the finale. But on hard mode, you won't even believe what this is like on hard mode. So if you did, like I'm saying, if you do this challenge on hard mode, then definitely watch out, because the Empire is definitely a force to be reckoned with on hard mode. On easy mode, it's kind of like child's play, as Mazrio would say. It's child's play. But on easy, like I said, on easy mode is really easy. So right here we have 4 more enemies left to take out. Just throw a grenade and they should all be taken out. And then we have one shock trooper, which they're definitely annoying, more annoying than like the Republic has them. So they're supposed to be modeled off those shock troopers that you saw in Revenge of the Sith that told Palpatine that that Yoda was not dead. But then they added big guns for this one. So I don't know if in real canon if they actually have those ginormous guns, but I don't know. I think maybe in some of the comics they might have. But this is the end of Wave 15. So this is the end of my challenge to try not to beat the Battlefront survival mission, Battlefront 2015 survival mission without a gun. Now, just to answer the original question, yes, it is possible to beat the Star Wars Battlefront 2015 Survival at the Rebel Depot survival mission without a blaster. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I guess please like and subscribe. This wasn't one of my greatest videos now that I think about it. It wasn't a very good idea, but I still had fun making it, and I did answer a question, which I did think that Frankie Doodle's original video was a very good video and very fun to watch, but sadly I do not own Battlefront 2. So hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So be it, Jedi.